What's up, guys? So this week our Discord was popping about the topic on building a brand. So we wanted to specifically make a video talking about how many producers are not really building a brand, and then letting you know what building a brand really means and how you can do it too. Now, we also want to mention we have a challenge for you later on in this video. We've been getting a lot of messages about people now sending out weekly campaigns and getting great engagement from taking our advice on what we had to say in the past few videos. So later on, I'm going to give you the exact email that we want you to copy and paste and send to your email list, no matter the size. We guarantee you that by sending this email, it will help you get started in the right direction for engaging your list. And the main reason why we're doing this challenge is because using email is one of the crucial steps of further building your brand that not a lot of producers really seem to do. So without any further ado, let's get into building a brand. So what I want you guys to know is, as a producer trying to sell beats, you have now entered what's known as the creator economy. And one of the easiest branding points in the creator economy that not many producers utilize is your own personality. And truthfully, with how everything is nowadays with producers, a lot of them lack building a brand because they are not using the right resources to continue on what they're doing. And simply, they are just missing out on gaining more super fans, more super customers, and ultimately building a brand loyalty around their production. So when you think of selling beats online, the usual way of branding is pretty much just trying to find a unique thumbnail style or a color. And not to mention, also a lot of producers don't even have a unique thumbnail style either. But if you really think about it, even with unique thumbnails, there's still a lot missing for what an actual brand really is. I mean, think about it. There's only so many ways you can try to differ yourself, because with the Typebeat format, you're either locked into a photo, a visualizer, or a color. You know, really ask yourself, how many ways can you truly package that up to stick out to people? And also, more importantly, how does that really let people know more about you and really build a brand and a connection? And so to quickly get this started, how we define brand is simply your identity to how others perceive you. And this is why we believe producers struggle so much. It's because how much can a thumbnail image really help somebody form an opinion on how to perceive you as the creator? So in this creator economy, it's not all about the colors and the images that you use as much as it is truly about the connection you create with those who consume your content. Now, earlier we mentioned things like super fans or super customers, and don't get us wrong, if your channel is huge, this is probably something that will somewhat develop naturally over time because of just how much numbers you pull. But no matter where you are in your journey, creating super fans or loyalty isn't something that you should just hope happens. It's something that you should drive with action, once again, no matter where you are right now in your journey. And here is where most producers run into the issues. What a lot of producers fail to realize is the level of involvement and connections that artists want to have with their producers. You're gonna call us crazy here, but yeah, artists actually want to hear back from you, and they are gonna want your feedback too on their demos. And this is where your social media combined with using email marketing is where you start to develop your brand itself, as this is where you start communicating with others and they form the opinion on what your brand really is, right? With social media, as weird and as simple as this sounds, people just want to see that you are a person. Pro tip, utilizing stories here is a tremendous way to do that. And we even have a whole video I made about a month or two ago about growing on Instagram that you definitely want to watch, because there's some sauce in that video. It all comes down to that humans are social creatures, and if you're active on your social media and you're writing emails with engaging topics, you're simply providing more insight and information about who you are that other people can perceive and also lock on to you about, essentially. Right now, I'm actually gonna show you guys some messages that Robin has received himself from using email, and you can see what these artists have had to say in response to Robin just reaching out, thanking them, and just keeping up with them. And this is the stuff that we teach right in our course, right? We also applied this to Matthew May, and once again, we were nothing short of responses from artists who truly want to engage and enjoy receiving these weekly emails. And the whole thing is, right, in order to get these responses, of course, you need to first provide them with the message that they want to engage with. That's why later on in this video, we're gonna give you that copy and paste email here soon, so that way you can understand how to create that engagement. And it's also important to note that building your brand is not just one thing. but it's all these multiple aspects working together, right? If somebody chooses to follow you on social media or join your email list, they are taking the next step where they are directing more of their attention towards you. But if you never post or send out emails, you just become less and less relevant to these people as time goes on. So now let's get into the strategies and implementations to get started with using social media and email to help further build and develop your brand. Starting off with Instagram and TikTok and any other platform, it comes down to simply being active. Take a look at your Instagram. How many times have you posted a piece of engaging or valuable content in the past 30 days? How much in the past 90 days? What about the past 6 months? Just to show you guys here, right, for the Heat Instagram, in the past 90 days, we've grown to almost 4,000 new followers with 1.1 million accounts reached. What it comes down to is we are consistently posting valuable or entertaining content. And more importantly, we've been doing it for months consistently. So you have to think, right? If somebody follows you from finding your beat on YouTube, or they find you from another reel, or somebody shared a post with them and they start following you, and now you are showing up every day on their timeline with valuable or entertaining content, or even better, right? Let's say they find your page and you've been consistently posting good content for months now. Within 5 minutes of just browsing your page, they will be able to develop a strong relationship with you and understand who you are because of all of that pre-existing content. And then tie all of this in with you having a call to action in your bio. What you're doing is you're now taking this person on a path to deeper know you as a creative, which is what establishes that brand. It's what builds that brand, and it's what creates those super fans and those super customers and that brand loyalty to you. Because when you do this, all of these new followers, fans, they have all this content to interact with, and they can form their own opinions based off what you're posting, what you're sending, and that's how you build your brand. Think about it, if you send emails every week just promoting a sale and you post nothing on Instagram. The perception that somebody may have on you is either gonna be very little to none, or maybe even bad, and that you're spamming them with sales. But if you post quality content and send out engaging emails with some sales just sprinkled in here and there, people will be thrilled to hear from you. They're gonna reply, and they're gonna rush to your store to use those coupons when you do provide those sales campaigns. And more importantly, if this is something that you do for 6 to 12 months consistently, we can guarantee you your numbers all around the board, you're only gonna grow. And of course, with more followers and deeper connections, the opportunities that you have are also gonna grow too. And a quick thing I wanna mention with all of this, show your face. Your face is the most identifiable thing, and people will recognize it right away, and they'll stop when they're scrolling if they see your face. Because I really want to stress this, right? If every time an artist or another producer, depending on what content you're making, if every time they open up the app and they see your face, they hear your voice, it is only going to help you boatloads. Seriously. So now here is where all of this pretty much gets on steroids, as social media is just one part of the brand itself. If somebody finds you and can see you're an actual person and you have a good call to action, they're gonna take those next steps to join your email list. And what matters so much here is you're no longer a random email, right? To them, they have received an email from somebody they feel like they know and they trust. Plus, with using email, you have found another platform to communicate with them, and please communicate with them by doing weekly campaigns that we're begging you to send them out at this point. As well, email communication is also more personal, as it's more of a one-on-one back and forth conversation. And remember, this is where you are not really asking them to buy beats. You're simply engaging and asking them to listen to your beats. Because I really want to stress this to you guys, right? If you send out these engagement emails, then you sprinkle in a sale here and there, you are now going to end up with people who have been nonstop listening and coming back to your beat store, that I can guarantee you the odds of them converting will be so much higher. Because we're asking them to listen, there's a strong chance that they actually did listen and they found a handful of beats that they thought about using. But if all you ever do is post sales on your stories and send out an email once every 3 months for your holiday sale, you're not fully optimizing for what you can be getting from your followers and from your email list. So to get you guys going in the right direction, if you already have a list, no matter the size, here is the exact email we want you to send to them right after finishing this video. So go ahead, send that email out to your contacts and hit us up on Instagram and tell us what results it brought you. Peace out, guys.